but I'm not wholeheartedly into the whole Thor. I don't even think I've seen the second Thor movie.
Skip it. The second Thor movie.
Just skip it.
It's
okay.
not good, dude. It's not.
I didn't even really like the first one, to be honest. But
yeah, this one's like the best one out of the three. But the second one is considered one of the worst Marvel movies they've done. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not worth your time.
So I don't mind if you guys spoil it. I think Commander is gonna talk about it regardless.
Thor uses thunder. Spoiler alert.
He flies around while he swings his hammer. Yeah.
Loki is in the movie.
Loki. Yeah. Loki is low key in the movie.
Get it?
And now he's Oh, he's back. Never mind. Close.
Terrible. Now I got frantic stuck in my head. Frantic, tick, 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 tick. My wife's trying to burn the house down right now. She ran out of...
People are asking who the guest is. Well, I don't know who the guest is.
No one. There's no guest.
There's no guest here.
Fuck the guest.
Unless you brought one with you. She's out of matches, and she's trying to light a piece of paper on fire in order to try to light a candle. So I'm glad I walked downstairs and was like, stop it!
She's trying to light a piece of paper on fire to light a candle?
To hold it next to the candle to light the candle, because we're out of matches and the lighter. Why don't you just light it
with the match?
Well, she put the burner on the stove on to light that and then light the candle because we're out of matches and lighters.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's happening. Salty trigger pissed. Make sure this is up. Yeah, see, Chainsaw popped up right on my phone that we're live. That's so weird that yours didn't show up. I'm salty pissed about it.
You should be. We're on scare tactics.
Matt McLean tried to Photoshop a thing of your mattress flying by your car. But we changed it to being a
bed.
It's so funny. The cursed weekend. So funny.
Cursed weekend.
Go.
That picture's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. Fuck you, man. Team Jammy, what up? J-Hammy? Jammy? I can't remember. You told us last week how to pronounce it, and I forgot already.
Where's he at?
He's in the chat.
What chat?
The YouTube chat. People are already freaking out.
See, the restream chat never works for me. I always just go straight to YouTube.
So I fixed. It should be fixed, and it's showing everything except Facebook Live.
I still see nothing.
I'm just saying on YouTube. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's coming through. It's coming through.
All right, well, I don't see it on my end.
Well, you're fucked, so don't worry about it.
It's true.
All right.
Let me bring up this thing.
For a quick second, I saw your room, and then it went back to the title screen.
Yeah, I was verifying that the chat was showing up on the on the stream as well.
I just showed you for a split second. I'm like, oh, shit.
That's actually really funny. We keep doing that.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think he's drunk already.
Nope.
Already.
Nope. Nope.
Gonna get drunk off this Star Wars talk.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm beyond hyper geeked.
Oh, God.
All right, Mopar, you ready?
Mopar is ready.
All right, Chainsaw, I'm going to meet you for a second, buddy. We're going to do the intro, and then we won't bring you in.
All right.
All right.
Oh. Hold on, let me do my stretches.
Do your pre-pod yoga.
My pre-pod yoga.
Got to.
All right.
You got
something popped in my shoulder. I'm going to have to take a knee. Take a knee for this one. This sucks.
Classic. All right, here we go.
There has been an awakening.
I got this guy.
Have you felt it?
Hello, what have we here?
You guys are so funny.
Hello.
Hello.
Holy shit. It ain't C3 penis face, R2 dickhead.
Hello there.
Looking. Found someone you have, I would say.
May the force be with us. Fucking A.
Good day, Galaxy Rogue Squadron Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am Mopar.
I am Commander Cody. You sounded so sad.
Yeah, it is what it is. I finished my first character of KOTOR all the way through, so there's no meaning to the rest of my life.
Everything's over. You can't start a second character or go through the game again as a light side or just, everything's over.
I might as well just walk away from everything.
Seems like a song lyric.
There's really no reason for me to continue on. But I will at least get through this episode. Episode 123.
Last episode. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Episode 1, 2, 3.
ABC.
Not continuing that.
Thank you.
So thank you guys for tuning in. We do want to let you guys know that we have a Patreon page. If you guys are big fans of the podcast, you head on over to patreon.com/RogueSquadPod and you can buy us one beer a month. It really helps out the show. We're getting really close to our second goal of IG $88. So if you guys are big fans, like I said, go on, check it out. Even if you can't do one beer, do a cheap beer. Fucking $1 a month. We don't care. We appreciate everybody's support. And we also have we have extras. We have extra videos that we did record before the episodes every week. We just got done recording another episode of Mopar Stories, which is ridiculous and shit catches fire constantly. So in the stories. So you guys can head on over there. If you're Patreon members, you get those special behind the scenes stuff, as well as every other week we're doing a video call with all of our Patreon members, and that can get pretty belligerent and fun. What do you think?
What do I think about it? I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Speaking of Patreon, we have to give a shout out to our newest of patronizers, which we meant to do last week, but we forgot, so here we're doing it again. Dane Kidd, Logan Mars, Jacob Weiss, who now that we convinced him to get a Xbox One, his gamer tag is Lil Dangus. So now from here on out, he's Lil Dangus. Thanks to us and Steve Brule for putting that in his damn brain. And Carlos Candido, who is another big fan of all the Commonwealth, Star Wars Commonwealth shows. So
awesome.
Thanks everybody for fucking diving in and putting up with us every week.
What else was I going to say? Oh, we also have a message board that we have for the Patreon members only. It's gotten pretty fucking ridiculous, but we're all over the place, and it's kind of a constant nerdum that you guys can like bounce around. So if you want to be a part of that or see the behind the scenes stuff or get all the extra stuff early and have fun about the shit, you can head on over there. Like I said, patreon.com/RogueSquadPod. Do what the fuck you want.
We also have a new review on the show from iTunes. This is from Him Alpaca. Is he a fan of the band Him? Is it just a dude who rides alpacas? I don't know.
Is it Bam Margera? We don't know.
Bam Margera, who now opened an alpaca farm and listens to podcasts all day? Could be. I'm going to put my money on that one. He says, I assume it's a he. He says him. I've literally listened to only this podcast for a couple of weeks. The hosts have fantastic chemistry. They're hilarious. Thank you. I've been going back and listening to some old stuff they did, and it's just as funny and high quality. I don't know if I would say high quality. We were pretty hammered. A lot of episodes we didn't even talk about Star Wars. I actually, for a while, took the first 15 or 17 episodes. I just took them off the feed because I was like, we weren't even a Star Wars podcast back then. We had to figure our shit out for a minute. But thank you, Him Alpaca. Appreciate it. Glad that we're consuming your earbuds for a few weeks.
Awesome. Yeah. So if you guys want to reach out to us, not only leave a review on iTunes or whatever streaming media you are using, but you can also shoot us a drunken email like many of our Patreon members have already. And you guys can rant and rave to us. It's Rogue Squadron Podcast at Gmail. Like I said, we've had probably a handful of just drunken emails that are 2 pages long about how they hate A, B, or C about, a part of the Star Wars fandom. So it's awesome.
Logan Mars says that's him Alpaca. He just crushed my dreams about us getting a review from Bam Margera. Come on, man. You got to leave the dream alive for a little bit.
Right.
Classic.
And this is a special episode because we do have a fun, amazing, hilarious guest on. We've had him on a couple times before.
You said fun and amazing in the most bored and morose. We have a really awesome, hilarious guest coming on, I guess, later, maybe a little bit.
he's muted right now, and I could see him mouthing fucking assholes.
He knows he's flicking us off right now. He loves us. We love him.
We're going to be having Chainsaw Reacts on here. We'll be feeding him in here real quick, real soon. But I'm a huge fan. I came across his videos quite a while ago because I think he was reacting to a Metallica song, and I'll go through Metallica reacts shit all the time, and I came across him and thought it was ridiculous. So, and I think I saw a BT Bam poster in the background, and that's why I jumped on board immediately.
Yep.
And then I saw that he's also a nerd. So it just kind of jumped in real quick, real easy, So, Commander,
yes,
we are not.
Mopar.
Are you doing a beer review today?
All right. Well, you want to fill people in on what you're not doing?
So this was inspired by Joe Rogan, and there's 3 other comedians that they did Sober October. So I heard it halfway through October, so I didn't want to just do it for half a month. So I figured I'd make something up, and I'm sure it's already a thing. But No Drink November. So I'm going to do no alcohol for an entire month. One part just to see it, just change things up. And the other thing I saw, I forget the guy's name.
Bert.
Bert. What was his last name? Haleshinger or something?
Haleshinger. Yep, that's it.
Bert he's one of Joe Rogan's buddies, but he always had a huge beer gut. And he literally just was doing hot yoga twice a week, 3 times a week, and just stopped drinking. And he dropped 40 pounds. So it's astounding how much you can just cut one thing out and it'll change your entire being. I already feel it, but
maybe you'll get some force powers. Maybe cutting out the beer will help activate your midichlorians.
Yeah, and I'll stop making shit up.
I've been wondering, what are midichlorians? Sorry, go ahead.
What are midichlorians? Master Qui-Gon. Kreshinger. Kreshinger?
No.
Yeah.
Kreischer.
Oh, yeah, he did. Okay.
Kreischer.
So I figured I'd try to do that. I know we do beer reviews on the podcast, but just for this month, we're going to be skipping those. And we're going to do some weird shit. Now, Jesus Christ. Now, Commander is going to be doing... Are you still doing a beer review here today?
So I purposely drank... I got a beer or 2 for the afternoon, and I drank them while we were playing Battlefield because I knew Mopar wasn't going to do a review. But I've had this sitting in my fridge since we moved in 2 years ago. So I figured since we're going to do random-ass reviews... And I didn't buy this. I hate Leinenkugel, and I hate spiced, fruity bullshit like this. Somebody brought it over and left it when we moved in. So since we're going to do goofy-ass reviews, I figured I'll just have this spoiled beer from 2 years ago. Mopar, what do you have? Potato chips or something?
Dude, so what I wanted to do, and let me give you a little snitbit. I was going to the gas station because I figured they would have some stupid Star Wars candy or some stupid, something that's relevant to the podcast. But of course, they had absolutely nothing. And then I saw this bag of gloriousness, fucking Lay's potato chips, biscuits, and gravy flavored.
Southern biscuits and gravy flavored, Mopar.
So, I was like, you know what? If I'm not going to be drunk, I might as well act drunk and just eat biscuits and gravy potato chips, and that'll be as close as we're going to get.
Shout out. We also got Amber Mihal in the chat. Amber, who's won everything that we've ever done and given away to anybody ever. How's that Captain Rex treating you? All right, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So I did the sniff test on these fuckers, and it smells like biscuits and gravy. It's really... Does your beer smell like biscuits and gravy too?
No, it's so bad. It smells like a moldy... apple pie from Thanksgiving that you leave until New Year's and then you try to have it.
Oh my God.
It actually I might get sick from it because it's bad.
Well, let's drink about it.
How old does beer have to be? Does it actually make you sick or does it just taste bad? Because this is expired in March.
I'm not sure if I would drink that, dude. I think the stuff goes bad. Especially if it's lower alcohol content, I think the stuff in it can rot. Don't do it.
I'm going to look this up before I die.
You're going to skip it for today?
No, I'm not going to skip it. I'm going to look it up, make sure I'm not going to die. Can you get sick from old beer? And then you can talk about your chip potatoes
Logan Mars said drink it. So also, if you guys are fans of the show and you haven't been with us live, you guys can head on over to YouTube and subscribe to the show, and you'll get a little notification when we do go live, which has been 8 o'clock on Sunday evening. Now, just before I forget, we had an extra hour this weekend to be belligerent, which I didn't get because I hadn't been drinking. So I wasn't even able to capitalize on it. I just laid in bed like a dangus.
So quickly, I looked it up, and a lot of people are saying it tastes bad, but you'll survive. And a guy that asked the question said, in 2014, I have a beer from 2007. Can I drink this beer and not get sick? So at least mine's a year old, not 7 years old. The pH of beer is low enough that no known pathogens can survive. That's why you never hear about issues with homebrewed beer, like you do with home canned foods. Beer slowly changes over time. High gravity beers get more alcohol, whatever you call it. Low gravity beers go stale more quickly. If you're keeping them refrigerated, they may last 6 months or more. 7 years is definitely way too long, so it won't make you sick, but it will taste terrible. So
it's hardly a beer at that point. It's just like slop.
It could be.
I wouldn't risk it.
I doubt I can drink the whole thing. So sniff test is I'm going to die just by sniffing it.
It's really, really weird how accurate this is. It smells like biscuits and gravy.
Isn't that creepy though? Like, like Lay's has all those like mac and cheese and like buffalo chicken chips that literally smell like the real thing. But it's just a few chemicals they added and was like, yep.
It smells like Christmas morning. All right, guys. This is really weird, but these are delicious. Like, it's so awkward, and my body wants to hate it, but it tastes like biscuits and gravy, so I'm not pissed. I'm not mad about it. What do you say, man?
It's not, like, ruined. Like, it's not like, the fuck. Of course it's ruined. That's what I meant to say. It's not like, going to make me sick, but it's really terrible. I suspect that this beer would be bad when it was fresh, so.
I want to know what they put on a chip. What do they have to put on a potato to make it smell and taste like biscuits and gravy? Like, I feel like there's just like dirt and like rat poison on here, and they just ended up. What's your face happening right now?
I can't. I'm moving on. It's terrible. Negative 30 stars.
Can't handle it.
I'm pissed about it. We got people equally as pissed in the chat room. If Chainsaw don't come on, I dislike. TT Wiz, Travie Bear, what up? Thanks for popping in. Chainsaw will be on here just in a second. We had to just get through our review, talk some shit, have some terrible awesomeness.
Let's bring him on right now. So Chainsaw Reacts. You guys can head on over to YouTube's and subscribe to his channel, Chainsaw Reacts. What are you going to talk about?
Say something, Dangus.
The fact that you guys are both idiots, but whatever.
They already know that.
Classic.
Would you eat these biscuits and gravy potato chips?
I would try it, yeah, of course.
I'm really truly not mad at this at all. I'm surprised because usually if it's like that far of a flavor, my mind and body just won't make the connection. But this isn't bad.
You're just scientifically shocked.
I've had I don't remember what the flavor was, but I've had weird flavored potato chips from Lay's. And
chicken and waffles.
I've tried the taco flavor, which was really crazy, but it tasted like tacos. I'm like, holy shit. Hey, they got something right.
Yeah, you got to think they do have like the taco seasoning that you can just put in chicken, and all of a sudden it's taco chicken. So they probably just sprinkled that shit on. Okay.
Yeah, they just put some kind of like little seasoning, like, it's taco. Yay.
They just cast a spell on it, and there it is.
Dead Pulio says, chicken waffles is ghetto fabulous.
I'm not sure I've ever had that either.
So there you go. No, I haven't tried. I don't really eat chips or pretzels or anything like that. I do have a weird random obsession with Fritos lately. I don't know why. And sometimes when we're hanging out, partying, playing zombies or some shit like that, I'll get those cheddar and sour cream chips, those Ruffles, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. I'm not going out and trying like new fancy flavors of Lay's potato chips because I don't give a fuck.
I am actually, for the most part, I don't like potato chips. I'm not one to go out and get them. If I'm going to get something, it's usually, I'll get like a tortilla chips or pretzels. I kind of lean that way. I don't ever get Lay's or anything like that. But
now
here they are.
Mopar's going to be fucking stocking up on biscuit and waffles. Biscuit and waffles.
He found something else he likes.
Biscuits and gravy is what I meant to say. Shit, man.
So Mopar, I am going to give it a 2 out of 3. If for a quick beer rating, when it's out of 3, I'm surprised. I really did not expect to like this. I want to know who works at Lay's and is just like, it'd be a good flavor, fucking
biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, like weren't they putting out like a contest for a while, right? Like they were saying, come up with your most inventive Lay's flavor ever.
It was 3 random flavors, and whichever one wins, they keep. Why are you still drinking that? Are you stupid?
Yes.
That's accurate.
I remember literally 2 minutes ago, he said, okay, I'm done, moving on, -30, and then he takes another sip.
Oh, I was done talking about it. I guess I kind of told myself as a challenge, I'll drink the whole thing.
Commander Cody's a slow learner, but we're both his face. We're both drinkers. If it could be water in front of us, it could be a beer. If it's something in front of us and open, I gotta back drinking.
Up. Yeah, I can't not do it.
All right.
Shit. All right. Listen up.
Okay.
Chainsaw, do you want to give a quick plug to your videos? Because you probably could do a better one than I can. even though I did rant and rave about you.
Yeah. In the most enthusiastic way ever, but
it's great.
Called it. Go subscribe today.
Yeah, guys, check out my YouTube channel. I give rave reviews. Yay. So much fun. I make faces for your pleasure, I just react on YouTube. Chainsaw reacts, everything, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that.
What do you react to?
All you got to say is for your pleasure, and everyone's click,
trailers,
click, click.
TV shows.
Okay.
Music. I reacted to the whole new Trivium record, which was fun.
Nice. Hey, we got the Jews in the chat room right now. Ethan, you would like that. Check it out, biatch.
I was actually, I'm pleasantly surprised by two bands. One of them was a new Trivia song that I heard on XM radio, and it was really good. Trivium's always been up and down for me.
Yeah.
It's like every other album's really good. It sounded like I haven't watched that video of yours yet, but I would like to hear the rest of that Trivium album. Jesus.
It's great. And I reacted to the 3 singles, and I got contacted by people saying, are you going to react to the full record? I'm like, probably not, because I don't think they would like that. And they uploaded the entirety of the album on their YouTube channel as audio. And I just reached out to the vocalist, Matt Heafy. I'm like, can I react to the full record? He responded back to me on Twitter saying yes.
Awesome.
I didn't expect that. And then it got uncomfortable because one of my reactions, I'm like, I don't like this song that much. I hope he doesn't hate it. And then he followed me on Twitter. I'm like, okay, I guess we're okay.
Speaking of Trivium, I saw Andrew Baina just he does those what if this band downtuned. He did one for Trivium, and I think it was the guitarist or the vocalist
Matt Heafy,
loved it, and it was shared it and was all over it. Yeah, that's awesome.
He tweets out. He's been tweeting out a lot of related stuff to the new record, so it's pretty good. What's he doing?
He's hammered. That beer went straight to his head.
No, it's like not even 4%. There's a psycho ass thunderstorm happening right now, so. I keep it's heavy enough that I can actually hear the rain and the thunder through my headphones. So I was freaking out for a second.
If the house starts shaking, we know what's happening. Tornado's coming.
Or if the stream randomly cuts out, I'm fucking off to Kansas. So
we will warn you. We will warn you in this live stream.
I'm off to Kansas. I thought it was the other way. You're supposed to go away from Kansas.
Sorry.
all tornadoes end in Kansas, like the rainbow ends at a pot of gold. All right.
Exactly.
Classic.
Off the Trivium stuff, the other band that I was really pleasantly surprised, and it wasn't whatever, it's Black Dahlia Murder, which is quite a bit heavier, but they do have a new album, and they've been pretty solid throughout. I'm waiting for them to drop off, and they haven't yet. This new album's so good, and they have a new song that's, I would say it's like the Black Album of Black Dahlia, but it's still craziness, but it's not quite as 1,000% balls deep all the time. It kind of is a little laid back feel, but it's still it's cool, it's different, but it's still that Black Dahlia feel. So
I really enjoy the band. I feel like their old drummer Shannon Lucas, who left after the Ritual in 2011.
Yeah.
I feel like I was like, that really hurts me. Like the drummer they have, he's okay, but I'm like, it sucks that guy is not there anymore. But they're consistent with their music. So.
You might enjoy this. One of Commander and my first metal shows was the headliner was Black Dahlia Murder, and Between the Buried and Me was actually opening up for him. And it was in probably 2004, 5?
Damn.
4 or 5, yeah. It was right after Alaska came out.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was cool because, one, whoever thought Between the Buried and Me would be opening for Black Dahlia, not like the other way around.
Yeah, especially now.
And it was cool because both bands were such in their infancy that it was like cool to see them raw. And I mean, it was Black Dahlia went on stage and they were on like beach polos and shirts, and it was the Black Dahlia Beach Party, and they blew up beach balls and tossing them around, and it was like fun, like, you know, I almost said Blues Brothers, Beach Boys music, and then like they're just like fuck this, and it went straight into a song. I'm like, I love these guys.
That was
this
so
awesome.
funny. Yeah,
that was cool. That's cool.
The juxtaposition of the beach party and some of the most savage metal I had ever heard in my life was just awesome.
Yeah,
I've never seen the Black Dahlia Murder live yet.
I just passed them up like 2 weeks ago. They were local, 15. Yeah, we went to a metal show the day before, and I was like, I don't think I could do it again. I'm fucking sore from headbanging the night before. So the timing just wasn't right, but it's always hard to pass up on a good band like that. All right, what do we got for the rest of this episode?
Few things. The biggest ones, obviously, Chainsaw. We want to get your opinions and craziness about The Last Jedi trailer and the TV spot. Thor just came out. Mopar hasn't seen it, but we can tease a little bit about it. Today's November 5th, so V for Vendetta I'm trying to watch after the show. I always forget. I caught up on Stranger Things. We got KOTOR, and we got Assassin's Creed Origins.
So let me ask you, have you ever heard of or do you know of Knights of the Old Republic, that game?
Yes, I know. I haven't played it, but I know of it.
Okay. It was released as a backwards compatible game, 2 weeks ago, maybe. So the original Xbox game will actually play in the Xbox One now. So that's kind of why it's like back in the news and fun, because it's one of our favorite video games of all time. And we always had to bust out our old 360 to even play it. So Commander and I I've already put in 14 hours. I got through a whole gameplay today. I finished it up. So
I need to get back on my Xbox now. Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I think it's $10. Even if you don't own it, you can download it for $10. Yeah.
Damn. All right.
It's in 1080p, better frame rate. It's a lot smoother. So we talked last week about how I was getting bugs and the game was freezing. I
got bugs.
I got bugs. Once I got off Terrace and then off Dantooine, it hasn't frozen or had any issues since then. So maybe just those first two spots, but it's a lot smoother. I am about to finish Manan, and then I'm off to... Actually, I just did finish Manan. I just need to leave. And then I'm off to Rakata Prime, and then off to the final end of the game, which I don't want to spoil for Chainsaw since he hasn't played it.
Now, I will say it's a difficult game because it's more nostalgia for us at this point. If you were to go back and not expect for it to be a shitty game, because it kind of is, like, logistically, the movements and everything, it's kind of a bad game, but it's the plot of the game that just holds everything together. So the game actually happens like 4,000 years before Luke Skywalker is even born.
I mean, that's the beauty of back then, because before Disney bought out Star Wars and created the new canon, it's like all Star Wars fans had was these non-canon books and these games to kind of keep them still interested in the lore when movies stopped coming and all this kind of stuff. So, I mean, I get it. I mean, I definitely will check it out for sure. Yeah.
And for $10, it's kind of hard to beat.
It's worth it.
There's like certain things you should know before you jump in. Like, don't use blasters. Because you won't. The game will be a terrible game. You'll die always. Don't use blasters. If you're going into the game, use like a melee something. Outside of that, you should be good.
Now, I wouldn't say it's a bad game. I think it's partially dated, but I think it partially still looks good. The weird thing about it is that it's based off the Dungeons & Dragons, the D20 dice system. So if you've never ever played a game like that, which I don't know if what other video games are like that, it just feels weird and clunky until you get used to it.
Yeah.
Because you're used to just, I'm hitting this person and he's going to get hit, as opposed to I'm rolling invisible dice and then I'm just going to swing and miss pops up on the screen 20 times in a row. It's just weird to get used to.
Yeah. Now, do they do that in like a Final Fantasy? Can you miss in Final Fantasy?
Yes.
You can? So it might be along those lines where you like select an attack and you go back and forth and it's your turn to attack, and if you roll a fucking 0, then you miss the attack. So it might be along those lines. So, but I've actually never played a Final Fantasy game.
Well, some Final Fantasy games are like that, to where it's not like you're not rolling a dice, but like you just hit the attack and the enemy can evade, so you will miss.
Okay.
I played games that do that, but I think now there's Final Fantasy games that are just strictly, you just run around and you just attack. The third person, that's what it is. So,
well, KOTOR is so bad where like if you run up to a door and it's locked, you have an option to bash the door open if you don't have the skill to unlock it, and you can miss the door. Like it's still rolling die for it. It's like a regular attack, and it'll just be like miss, and you're like, the fucking door's not moving. How am I missing it?
It's full, just like the Star Wars movies and everything is. It's full of all that shit that's just so silly that you can make fun of and also love at the same time.
Yeah, it's a good way to say it.
Fucking perfect.
Because even like us Star Wars fans, you can shit on Star Wars pretty easily. You can really pick the movies apart if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But because they're so good,
and people do.
Well, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, they're good. It's. I think I saw a meme that Commander posted today, and it was something along the lines of the thing that makes Star Wars great is the Star Wars fans. The thing that makes Star Wars terrible is the Star Wars fans. You know, it's there's not a happy medium. Like Star Wars fans will shit on stuff just to shit on it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of shitting, I mean, everyone was like either you loved it or hate it when J.J. Abrams was announced for 9. It's like either or.
Why do you have to love or hate it? It's like I think that made sense. They did well with 7.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you continue? If everything was falling apart, hey JJ, you just send him a text. You good for 9? Yeah. Okay. And that's how fucking easy it is.
Yeah, I just think that people were just so frustrated, like because everyone loved The Force Awakens, and then everyone hated it. And so it's like, okay, they're bringing back the director for 9. What? The guy who started it is going to finish the trilogy? This is garbage. I don't fucking like this, guys. They couldn't get someone better. I'm like, look, Colin Trevorrow got lucky with Jurassic World. And honestly, that movie made so much money because of the nostalgia, not because it's a good movie. It had some good moments, but let's be honest, Colin Trevorrow is not a fantastic director. He was lucky with Jurassic World. And if you notice, they didn't get him for Jurassic World 2. He took off to Star Wars, and they went, oh, that movie he put out last year? Yeah, let's not. No.
How did Jurassic World end with Godzilla versus the sea monster versus, like, I don't understand how, like, Jurassic Park ended so well, where it was just like, okay, it makes sense that, like, the velociraptors are herd species. But now we've got T-Rex versus Ultra T-Rex against the fucking sea beast. And it's just, everyone's running around and everything's fine. There's always got to be a flare involved. So let's fucking throw that in there. I'm like,
and of course they had to bring in the T-Rex from the original Jurassic Park.
That was
to finish the job.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, we're bringing back Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic World 2. It's like, of course you are.
Yeah,
Tom, Independence Day 2 didn't work out, so we got to try to get Jeff Goldblum to see if he could come back in this franchise. So
hey, he's in the Marvel universe, so I'm pleased. I love him.
He is.
I love him.
I just feel like he is just, I don't know, he's making some weird choices. Independence Day 2, I'm on it. Jurassic World 2, even though the first one made $1 billion, nostalgia. Okay, you might need me for story. Okay, I'll go back. Fine.
Wait, did you see Independence Day 2?
Yes, I rented it, and I'm like, ugh.
I totally forgot that it even came out.
Yeah.
Not worth it?
It is a pass.
Okay.
Take it out back and shoot it. It is, no. No.
That's unfortunate. Right. That's really unfortunate.
So it might be up for a fanboy commentary if we can watch it and shit on the movies.
We'll have to do both of them. Yeah, we need to do more of that. Yeah. Yeah, I remember Tommy Boy was pissed
watch
because...
the shit on. Don't watch it like thinking it's going to be good. No.
Okay. Perfect. Good to know. Perfect. Good to know.
Yeah, I remember back Tommy Boy was pissed because we were audibly laughing in the theater at the the last 20 minutes of Jurassic World. And then as soon as that they let loose the T-Rex, and it was the same from the first one, I was like, it's just over. Fuck you. What are you doing? That's like if Darth Vader showed up in Force Awakens. That's exactly what happened right there at the end.
Yeah.
But certain fanboys would be like, "Oh my God, it's the best thing ever!" Like, but it makes no sense. He died 30 years ago. Oh, Darth Vader!
Doesn't matter. It's Vader.
That's like all people rumoring that Darth Vader's going to be in The Last Jedi. He's going to be in 8. I'm like, well, then that completely negates the fucking new characters. Then why does it matter if he comes back? Who cares?
Well, unless it's the Force Ghost, and he's trying to like Kylo calm the fuck down real quick.
Yeah, but if he comes back, they're like he comes back in the flesh.
Oh yeah, fuck that. That's stupid.
How?
What flesh? He was burned. He was burned after he was burned. Think about that. He was burned on Mustafar, and then he died. So let's burn him again.
Yeah.
What's he gonna be left? Darth Ern. That's all that's gonna be left of his
skeleton. He's just gonna be a skeleton with a lightsaber and a helmet on.
That's terrifying. Yeah.
That's also pretty terrifying. Yeah.
This is a good segue. So, as we talk about the Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, one of the major things and major themes in both the most recent, I think it was called the Awakens short trailer and the full trailer, Kylo's trying to erase the past, and it's kind of obvious. And he even says many things like, "You want to destroy the past or whatever."
Kill the past, let it die.
Kill the past, let it die. Whatever. I'm kind of interested in why, because he's so enveloped in Darth Vader. Why would you want to kill the past if you are so?
He means your own. He means your
you
own past. He's been gradually killing off his own past. That's what he means. Like he's not Ben anymore. He's got the mask on. He's killing Han. Now we see in the trailer he's maybe going after Leia, or was, and maybe pulled the trigger, maybe didn't. But he's talking about like himself. And the voiceover makes me think that unless they only recorded that for the trailer, like he's got to be talking to Rey or something like that.
What about killing the past?
I think so.
Yeah. I have a feeling that Rey and Kylo are going to have some serious conversations in this movie.
I hope so.
Because when they first met in 7, it was really uncomfortable. Rey didn't know what the hell was going on. Kylo's like, "I sense this in you," and it's like this whole thing. But I mean, that obviously the trailer where they had his hand holding out, that's not to Rey. No, it's not. It's a cop out. But
I think so too.
I think with what you're mentioning, how he wants to erase the past, that means he wants to kill his mom and he wants to get rid of Luke. Like that's what he wants. Because Luke trained him, he wants to get rid of Luke. Because he knows if Luke comes back, then all the things that me and Snoke are building are in jeopardy. Because Luke will take us down. And now with Rey being trained by Luke, and then there's some issues there and some possible inner fighting between them two, it's going to make it even more difficult. But I think that Rey is going to come out of that being stronger and probably even more of a threat than Luke is.
I think so too. Yeah. But Kylo, I think in general, just he wants to move forward with a clean slate.
Yeah.
I have a weird feeling that all of us are wrong. Like they are
we're all wrong. Yeah, we're definitely wrong. Yeah.
I mean,
Kylo resurrects Han from the grave. Leia becomes a dark Jedi. Luke kills himself.
Yes.
The Porg eats Chewbacca. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just have a weird feeling that they are just playing with our fandom right now. And and it's clearly cut, edited in a certain way that it means something else in the trailers.
Right.
So us ranting and raving about, who was he extending his hand out to? He's probably flushing a toilet. Who fucking cares?
Of course.
Like this, that's just edited that way.
Click.
He doesn't want to touch it. He's got his fucking glove on, whatever.
My thing is, I have to look it up, but maybe you guys saw it and talked about it. There was, when you go into movie theaters, they have they have posters and they have these pop-ups.
Yeah.
There. Okay. They had a Star Wars Last Jedi pop-up, and one side had the light side characters. And Luke was on that side.
Yep,
and
I've seen that. Yep.
Side, and Luke was on that side too.
Yes, sir.
And he had the hood pulled up, and he wasn't holding a saber, but it was very clear that he's in there. Is that referencing that he's a gray Jedi? Or is that just something where they're just trying to play with us again?
We haven't talked about that on the show, so that might be something good. I'm going to pull it up here so people can see it. So, and plus what you said, in the main poster, he is dominating in the background as usually the bad guy is the one in the background, looming over everybody.
Everyone's making that reference too, but I mean...
But specifically on those cutouts that we've been seeing in the theaters. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, it's intense.
Yeah, but that poster I see right now on the YouTube side, it's he doesn't look like a Jedi. He looks like a Sith, or at least a gray Jedi, where he's dabbling in both.
So I have a feeling that because we're jumping 30 years from episode 6, roughly, right? Is it like 28 years that we're something around there?
Yeah,
roughly. Yeah.
I have a feeling that because in the old canon, Luke, he didn't fall to the dark side, but he like went to the dark side to defeat someone because he needed to like basically learn a dark side power to defeat like a common enemy. So
type in pop-ups, like theater pop-ups.
I think I just shared it on our page, so I'm going to just go here and find it. Sex playlist.
So I'm wondering if they're playing with that side of it, and or if they're just literally just doing, maybe he did something to spark the dark side in the new Jedi Order that he created. Maybe he did something that pissed off Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Ben,
because I get the misdirection in the trailer, but I would be surprised if they went as far as to print merchandise that was that misleading on purpose. So if you're people that are watching right now, well, I don't know if you can see this, but
yeah, it's weird because so we have Rey and Kylo on each side, and the sabers are pointing at each other, and then there's a light going up the sides, going up right next to Luke.
Yeah,
and it's like Luke has the hood off, and he has a serious face in the light, but then you look at the dark, he has the hood up, and it's like he looks menacing.
Yeah,
and I'm wondering, why are they doing that?
Because Luke's gonna fucking murder people, and I'm excited for that. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm dreaming. Like
cold blood, or do you think it's just going to?
We've talked how sick we are of the clean cut good and evil stuff.
Yeah.
So what I think is going to happen is and I don't want to say gray Jedi. People are pissed about that phrase too for some reason. I don't think it's going to be gray Jedi, but just some space in between the dark and the light. You know, Luke, we see in the very original teaser how Luke says it's time for the Jedi to end. And Kylo and Snoke aren't actually Sith. So like that shit's out the window. And I think Luke's probably just trying to toe the line in the middle just to keep things in balance.
So basically he's wanting to get rid of the kind of idea of being just a Jedi, good. We need to kind of face these demons, and we kind of need to face these dark times and not have to focus on rules and stuff. We just need to do whatever it takes.
Right. I think he's so there's been wordplay around with the chosen one too, because everyone assumed that like Darth Vader was the chosen one, but on several recent episodes we were discussing the opportunity of Luke actually being the chosen one, because he was the one that brought balance to the Force in the end, killing, or at least being the reason that Emperor and Darth Vader were killed. So from the point of view from the Jedi, Luke could possibly still be the chosen one. If he was, and he was to bring balance to the Force, even going forward, I feel like even though you brought balance, you have to remain or keep the balance. So as shit kind of goes awry during the rest of your life, maybe he's just kind of sitting in the middle, trying to keep it all together. And the fact, what's funny is, and now that we see him and he's all old and stuff, he's quite literally the gray Jedi.
Mm. Yeah,
with his gray ass beard and his bushiness.
Bro up here in the chat says chainsaw is Snoke. I knew it.
Oh, that's my buddy Logan. God damn it!
If you just shave the beard, I think I could see it more clearly.
People were saying, people were saying in my stream last night, "Are you gonna shave your head or shave your beard?" I'm like, why?
I was joking.
I know you were, but
now I'm going to get in your next live stream and start talking shit.
You can, because you'll get notified when I do. So why would it matter?
Shave your knuckles, chainsaw.
Okay. Shave your knuckles. Jesus.
Hair. But like the teaser that they put out a couple days ago was really exciting, and it came out of nowhere. There was no hints. There was nothing. They just dropped it online.
Yeah.
People are thinking that might be the only time Luke gets in the Falcon at that point.
Just wants to scope it out, but doesn't actually like fly it or anything.
I don't think so.
So I did have a question, and it's not really a question, but just kind of a topic based on that. The fact that he's going into the Falcon and seeing the cockpit of it. I want to know what you guys think maybe Luke's reaction is to him finding out that Han's dead.
I think he knows.
He probably felt it, yeah.
Leia sensed it. I would think Luke probably sensed it as well. Because, I mean,
okay.
The more I think about it, the look he gives to Rey when he turns around, that could mean so many things. We still don't know what the look means. We'll probably get an answer in 8 right off the bat. But I think that look is probably a combination of, like, guilt because he wasn't there to stop Han, and it feels like he just wasn't there. I don't know. I mean, because everyone's like, oh, it's because it's his daughter. Well, no. And then now we're looking at the trailers and how he's like, I don't want to be a Jedi. It's got to end. He's afraid of Rey, which I think he's talking about Rey. Because they were showing in all these trailers how she is so powerful. Everyone's like, Mary Sue. We don't know the context of the story. We don't know what she is. So don't assume she's a Mary Sue.
That classic argument, yeah.
But he's afraid. And what he meant by, I've only seen this power once before, he could be talking about somebody else or himself. I don't think he's talking about her, but like
I thought he was referring to Darth Vader.
That is true. Or he could be talking about the Emperor, or he could talk about Snoke. Because I think he knows who Snoke is.
Yeah. Or it could be Kylo. That was my first thought, was that it was Kylo when Kylo went crazy and like killed all the knights and stuff.
Kylo destroyed the temple.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
Whoa. We're all assuming Kylo did all that stuff.
Well,
I think Snoke was the one that actually destroyed the new Jedi temple.
Well, I guess we don't know yet.
Like, yeah, I think Snoke was reaching out to Kylo and turned him, and then the Knights of Ren, and yeah, so I think at the end of the day, I think Kylo did do it, but I think Snoke started it, because obviously Snoke brought him over, but I think Snoke was reaching out, telling him, you can do more with what the power you have.
Right.
And he probably felt that I could do more, but he probably thought that Luke was like holding him back because he's family. He doesn't want him to do too much. And maybe, like the whole point, maybe he saw the same power in Kylo and was holding him back because he didn't want him to do too much. Then Snoke's like, you have to release your full potential. There's more you can do.
Well, it might be one of those things like where he's protecting him simply because he's family. Like all the dangerous stuff that you might be able to do, you're just like, well, no, Kylo, sit your ass down. I'll send someone else out because it's too dangerous, and I don't want to ruin my nephew's face over that shit. So, but kind of jumping back with that Luke face when Rey shows up, I kind of was under the impression that he did that because he saw the Millennium Falcon land and Han not get out. So he was just like, who's this Rey chick? Now she's got my fucking lightsaber coming out of this ship. Did she kill Han? Like, yeah. I felt like that might be a thought.
I never even thought about the fact that like he sees it or senses. Yeah, but the sensing thing, and he's got to know ahead of time. But yeah, I didn't even think about that, him noticing that it lands, but not realizing that Han is just not there. The fuck's happening? And Chewie doesn't even come up the hill with her.
Now, right. In the canon, did they ever cover the last time Han and Luke like saw each other? Or no? That'd
be a question for probably Dimma.
I think that's in this book, which I just picked up today.
Or Star Wars Explained or something stupendous or something like that.
So it's The Legends of Luke Skywalker, and it's actually leading up to The Last Jedi.
I hate that fucking stance and that picture of Luke. I just want to say that. I'm really sorry, but he's
some of the pictures.
He looks like he's playing baseball, like baseball.
Yeah, he's ready. He's like, all right, batter up, bitch.
Hey guys, throw me a porg. I got you. But I think this wasn't like rumored or anything like that, but I think it would be really interesting if they got a way to film a scene with Han, like a flashback sequence where we see Luke and Han seeing each other for the last time. That'd be kind of cool if they were able to get that and not spoil it and no one knows about it, but I don't think that's happening. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like we never saw them together. All three of them never got in a scene together again.
Yeah, it's surprising. Yeah.
That's why I think Luke and Leia are going to be hopefully in a scene or two together in this movie.
I hope so. Yeah. Do you think they'll do a flashback? Because I guess they've never really done the true flashback, and I wouldn't consider Rey's vision a flashback. It's more of a vision.
Force vision, what they call it.
Right.
So I mean, I could see them doing a flashback because, I mean, it's unfortunate we never saw them together, Luke and Han. I mean, they had a weird relationship, but they bonded at the end of 6. So I'm thinking it would be cool to see one quick scene once Luke, maybe he doesn't realize, maybe the theory that he doesn't know because he's isolated. and he finds out. Maybe we get a flashback to the last time they saw each other. It's a quick 30-second, minute-long scene, and we're out. I would like it personally.
I could dig that too. Yeah, for sure.
You know what's ridiculous is
you're ridiculous.
I randomly came across across it.
Across from where?
Vanity Fair's Last Jedi pictures that I haven't seen before. And they're actually really good. Let me see if I can share my screen here real quick like.
Yeah, I know they scatter that shit across a bunch of different... Oh, fuck. Oh, there we go.
What?
Oh,
no,
I like that
good.
picture. That's a good picture.
Scoot,
let me
scoot
go
your browser
through,
over a little bit. There you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. So I'll just run through these, but for whatever reason, I missed this. So we see Rey and Luke kind of standing on the Irish island of The Last Jedi. Or
I haven't seen that. Yeah.
I haven't seen this picture where Rey's being a badass with the lightsaber.
That was from, they showed that picture at a Star Wars celebration.
For real?
Yeah,
we were there. We didn't see it.
When they brought out Rey, I think it was right above. Or it was one of the pictures they showed during the panel.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, this is from like March. So we got Chewie and Rey on the Falcon.
That's cool.
That was
cool.
Yeah. It's got an advertisement.
Advertisement.
We got an advertisement here. It's for Fresh Air.
God, I fucking hate websites
Yeah.
so
So, yeah,
much.
Ad block. Oh, wow.
This is a cool one because it's got the new girl, the engineer. I forget her name already.
Rose.
So she's supposed to go undercover with Finn at some point to
Apparently
infiltrate
that's going to be a romantic thing, too.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Yep.
saw him riding those fucking space oxen on the poster
Space oxen.
together. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that. That's weird.
So this has got a lot of new species in it, which actually is pretty cool. There's like a half-headed Dumbledore being. What is this?
You got Charlie
It's like-
Chaplin right in the middle, too.
Charlie Chaplin. Yeah. Yeah. So this is very interesting. Yeah. And we've got, like Mulehead.
It sticks with what Ryan Johnson was saying, how he wanted to introduce a bunch of new creatures in the universe. So, I mean...
I dig it.
I'm excited, and I think it makes sense because you can't just sit there and act like we've seen even like 5% of the universe, the species-wise. So it makes sense that there's just going to be shit everywhere. But this neckbeard woman thing that's going on right here, I can't. I gotta click next.
Creepy.
Even more. Yeah, and even more. It's kind of the same party.
It's
But
weird. It's like it's a mixture of what looks like just humans with weird hair and then literally creatures.
yeah.
It's very bizarre.
Oh, I didn't even see who's laying
the
on the
fuck?
ground here.
Like just chilling.
Moving on here, we got
That's
Mr.
cool.
Daniels,
Nice.
BB-8 and R2.
I like the fact that he puts the suit on still. That's cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Got black and white with Kathleen, Ryan Johnson.
That's hard to look at, honestly.
Kathleen's
Yeah.
like, who the fuck am I going to fire today?
Who am I going to fire
But,
today?
this photo, even though this doesn't confirm anything, this photo kind of makes me think that Luke and Leia do have a scene together. Because, I mean, there's a bunch of promotional pictures of them together. And I'm thinking they're on set, obviously. They're shooting different scenes at the same time. But you would think that because it didn't happen in 7, do it in 8.
I think this kind of proves it. Because why would they dress her and him up on the same set if they weren't like in the same scene? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a promotional photo. You wouldn't go all out like that.
Look at that little like four-legged porg. Oh, there's a black porg right there.
That's her dog.
That's her dog, yeah.
Next.
He has a Twitter account.
Next.
Gary, right?
Advertisement.
Oh, I remember that photo.
I have seen this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's one of the lieutenants or some shit from the Resistance.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember her name.
This is a hard one to look at.
Geez.
Yeah.
So Luke and Leia.
Mm-hmm.
Some Victoria's Secret model or some shit.
No, that was what's her name from Jurassic Park? I forget.
There's a Victoria's
yeah,
Secret
it
model
is
in
that
Jurassic Park.
actress. Holy shit, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
Who?
yeah.
The
Laura Dern.
yeah, the adult girl from adult girl. What the fuck did I just say? The woman from
She's
the
the
original
wife of
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck.
So we got what's the actor's name here?
I can't remember.
Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro. Yeah.
I did not know he was going to be in the movie until recently.
That looks like
That's
a
really
shot
weird.
that could have been released as promo for Han Solo.
Yeah. people thought that he might be a Sith or something, or a dark side, but guess not.
I doubt it. We got Kylo kind of reaching for like the Oreos on the top shelf in his kitchen over here.
Looks like an elf in that picture.
Doing a little dance there. he's trying to get on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, this is kind of cool because we see de-helmeted, non-helmeted.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've never seen her in her armor without the helmet before, ever.
And Kylo's kind of got like a direct stance here. I kind of like how he's standing.
And Hux is like, please don't pull that saber back, please, God, no.
Just about to fucking kill people.
Yeah. I'm just curious. I'm just curious if Captain Phasma was actually doing anything in this movie besides fight.
She fucking better, or else it was the why.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So I don't know. I just searched Last Jedi. I was looking at that light side, dark side poster, and this stuff was popping up that I had never seen. So I figured I'd share that.
It's crazy.
It's crazy how much stuff they're just pumping out. And even if you try, if you do a fucking Star Wars podcast and shit just slips through your fingers, it's constant. They're just throwing content out at all points, especially with the like novels and the books and the comics, and there's just shit everywhere. It's hard to keep up.
That's why I'm not trying to be a news source, because I would be on Twitter 18 hours a day and still not catch everything.
You would still be wrong because something else just came out a minute ago that you
definitely
were
would be wrong
about.
On Twitter. Yes, no matter what you post. Yes, that's for sure.
That should be Twitter's motto. Twitter, you're always wrong, no matter. But I mean, I feel like with The Last Jedi, I feel like they've learned from marketing The Force Awakens, because they released so much material from that movie, even though they didn't spoil a few things, but literally they showed too much footage. So I feel like that they're probably giving us footage like, oh, this is cool, but they're hiding all the best stuff for the movie, and they're not, and whatever they're revealing, they're putting it out of context where you can't even guess what they're doing.
Yeah, I think that's important to note. And we had some fans asking before the original trailer for The Last Jedi came out is if we were going to share everything or talk about all the details. They don't want to get spoiled. But I think they're releasing it in such a way that you don't really get spoiled. And I felt the same way about 7. Like, we had a big build-up for like a year about more content, more photo shoots and shit like that. And we had all these theories. And I went into the theater. I forgot everything as soon as the Star Wars title came on the screen. And everything that I did have in the back of my head as to try to figure out who Kylo was, just it wasn't true. And in a lot of cases, wasn't even close. So all that shit that they released got us hyped for the movie, but it didn't spoil anything. And I think they're going to do the same thing with Last Jedi. I'm not worried about it. Nothing's been ruined for me so far at all.
I'm excited. I'm ready.
I
fucking
agree.
pissed, dude. I'm balls deep.
I'm ready.
Like Connor said, I'm balls deep. Balls deep.
Balls deep. We're super excited. This is a perfect time for a plug. If you guys are local to Columbus, we are doing a huge The Last Jedi event at World of Beer. We are working with World of Beer, we've already got like 800 people that are excited and fucking triggered about it. So if you guys are seeing The Last Jedi on that Friday, so I think that's the 15th?
Yes, December 15th.
At Gateway Film Center.
Yes.
You're going to be at the same fucking place. Walk across the street, right across the like little walkway, and you're at our event. You guys can buy tickets, $15. It's just going to be awesome. We've got a local artist, couple local artists that created a Last Jedi print that will be included in the ticket. What else is included in the ticket? Yeah,
a custom poster that everybody is going to get one of those. We'll have the 501st there. We got an interactive photo booth, Battlefront 2, X-Wing miniatures, giveaways, prizes, Black Series shit, pops, helmets, fucking a bunch of randomness, stickers,
and
shirts.
And we're doing a beer with
Land Grant Brewing. Should I say the name or we keep it secret? No.
Of what?
The beer.
Do it.
No, I'm gonna keep it secret. Fuck you. You have to come out. You have to come out and see it. It's a porter, so I'll say that it's winter time, so we're doing a porter with Land Grant, so that'll be there. And I did check with Gateway. There are still a good amount of tickets available for Friday. There's like a 1, 4, 7, and 10 p.m. So if you haven't got your tickets for Friday night yet, get them for Gateway, and then you can come party with us at World of Beer before or after. And fuck around.
And we do want to let you know you don't. It's not required for you guys to get a ticket to get into the party. It just gives you that extra stuff, the posters, the drink ticket of our Star Wars beer.
Raffle tickets for the prizes.
Yeah, and raffle tickets for the prizes, which so we're pretty excited for that. If you guys want, where's the easiest place? Facebook?
Facebook
tickets?
event. Yep. Yeah. Just go to our Facebook page. The event's there, and the ticket link is right there.
And we're flying in Chainsaw just for the event itself.
No.
No, it's not going to happen.
Even if we offered to fly you in, you'd be like, nope, fuck that. I don't want to see these guys in person. You're gonna hit one of us.
They shit on me all the time when I'm not on the show. So why would I come to their event?
Come poison me.
That's what friends do, Chainsaw. You should see this.
Me a beer that's over a year old.
The leftover beer from an event long time ago.
I would not do that to anybody.
We love Chainsaw. We shit on each other, so it's
sometimes
fun.
You should see the group chat if you think we're shitting on you.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't want to see it. All right, moving right along. You guys both have seen Thor. I have not, but I don't mind because, I mean, I'll see it at some point. It's not like number one on my list. So rants, raves, reviews about that.
Well, I give it maybe an 8.5 out of 10.
That's pretty good.
Some of the humor didn't work for me. I feel like it should be more serious in some moments. I feel like when they're talking about some really deep shit, it's like, let's throw a joke in there. It's like, you know, I mean, some of it worked. I just feel like overall they could have been more serious. Like, I mean, it's Ragnarok, the end of Asgard, and it's like, let's throw some jokes in the mix. That's to be great. Yeah, you know. I mean, visually it looks great. Lots of colors. I mean, Hulk is great. I think Hela is one of the best MCU villains they've ever done.
She was fucking awesome.
I didn't know what to expect, but like from the trailers, I'm like, oh, okay. But as we all know, they make the villains look good in the trailers, and when you see them, it's like, they could have done more with the villain, but they focus way too much on the hero, like always, and so the villain gets thrown under the bus. But they had particular scenes where they cut directly away from Thor and focus on Hela for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and so it's like they really build her character up, and then she's pretty powerful. She's insane. So
yeah.
And as you know, we've seen in the trailers, and they've kind of promoted it. Doctor Strange is in the movie for like 5 minutes, and it's pretty funny because he keeps teleporting Thor everywhere. He doesn't know what's happening. Like every 5 seconds, he's teleporting him. So he's holding a beer and he's like shaking each time they teleport to a different area in the books. They're trying to look up, where is your father? Teleport. They're not there. Teleport. He's like shaking.
I was so giddy. When he popped on screen, I was so giddy. And I was telling Tommy Boy afterwards, like, I didn't realize how much I loved the MCU. Obviously, I like Marvel. I've seen every movie, I think, except for like Thor 2 and Iron Man 3. But I didn't realize until like he came on. It was like Vader coming on screen in Rogue One. I was like so happy about it. And that just made me realize that I fucking love the MCU. But I agree with pretty much everything you said. I really wish they spent more time on Hela and on like the purpose and the story behind Ragnarok. But that might just be me because I always want extra story in all these movies. I always think they could be a little bit longer with some extra shit in there. So maybe that's just me. But yeah, visually it was great. On the comedy thing, I feel like they're just trying to ride the coattails of the Guardians of the Galaxy type of vibe.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And it kind of came across like there was nothing on Earth at all. This whole thing was away from Earth, in space. A lot of spacey stuff, ships, lasers, and that kind of thing. Which I didn't mind. I don't think it took away, but you can kind of tell that they are. If like you're a big MCU fan, you can tell that they are really modeling shit after the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, which it works. So fuck.
Well, I think they made I honestly don't. I don't know if this is true, but when they announced Thor Ragnarok, when they announced Phase 3, the logo was very dark and it was like all like the colors like Surtur, you know, like just like volcanic looking.
Yeah.
And then over time, they changed the logo style to a more like retro 80 type thing.
Yep.
And I think because the director Taika Waititi probably made those choices to go more comedic.
Yeah.
Because I honestly think they probably would have made this the darkest MCU film yet, more likely, because the storyline. But then they said, well, let's throw in Hela and let's put him on a planet with the Hulk. And I think they made changes. After they made the announcement, they made some major shifts because it's definitely not what I thought it would be.
Right.
But yeah, I agree. The Surtur storyline with Ragnarok, they should have explained it more because they only mentioned like a couple times, like, well, Ragnarok's going to destroy, and it's like, but could you go into more detail of why it's destined for him to show up and destroy like Asgard? And they just don't really explain it that much.
Right. It just seems like a means to an end to see awesome battles and destruction happening.
Yeah. Which it happened. It looked cool, but still, they should have had more substance there. But I feel like them cutting out the substance of Ragnarok and Surtur, they gave it to Hela. Like they gave her a lot of story, and they did a lot, and they did some stuff where you start questioning Odin. Like, Odin, I don't know. I mean, I liked you, but now we're learning this information. I don't know if I like you that much anymore. I mean, you did some pretty bad shit.
Yeah.
And it very convincing, because like it's really hard for me. It's really hard for a villain, in my personal opinion, to kind of change your perspective on a good character, like a hero character. And Hela did change my perspective on their dad.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I never thought I would see Galadriel be such a badass, but she was great. Kate Blanchett was fucking awesome in that movie.
Yeah.
But I was really shocked at the reviews being like the best Marvel movie ever made, like 95% or whatever. No, definitely not. It's really good. It's one of the best ones, but it's nowhere is it better than like Avengers 1 or Guardians 1 or even Civil War. I like a lot better than Thor. And that may just because I don't know much about Thor.
Civil War picked him up and just kicked him off the side. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Civil War was way better.
Yeah.
Now, I've one question about the movie. Was there an Eminem song in it?
No.
No.
Perfect. I love it.
Still
It's
better than DC in every way possible. So don't worry about that.
But there is some good musical choices, I have to say.
Yep. Perfect. And the song,
awesome.
the lyrics, like, it's perfect. I love it.
And you learn more about Thor. Like, if you're not really a huge fan of Thor in the comics, you learn a lot more about his powers in this movie, because you're to understand, like, okay, this is how he gets his powers. But then they kind of reveal slowly throughout the film, no, it was just a way to channel your powers. Now you have unlimited potential. You can do whatever you want, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they made it like Mjolnir was like a what the fuck word am I looking for? But it was kind of
the source of his powers.
He felt like it was, but it actually wasn't.
Mm-mm.
So it was kind of like
he was channeling it to the hammer. He actually didn't realize how much power he had until it was gone.
Yeah, it was a barrier to him realizing that he was in charge of it and not the hammer was in charge of everything. Because when she smashes it, I shouldn't fucking. Well, I already fucking ruined it.
Well,
Sorry,
it's in the trailer that she smashes the hammer.
Oh, okay, good. All right, good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so when she does that, he's like, my powers are gone. I'm fucked now. But then he's like gradually realizes that he has it within himself anyways.
I think he's more powerful now without the hammer.
Yeah.
I think.
He doesn't have to rely on the shit.
Yeah.
Hulk was fucking awesome. To see Hulk as Hulk talking, hilarious. Yeah. So fucking sweet.
They said how he's been the Hulk for 2 years, and so he's going to talk like a 2-year-old. He talked like a 2-year-old kid.
Yeah.
He's like, Hulk like raging fire.
Yes.
It was really funny.
Conduit. Jamie said conduit. That's exactly the word I was looking for. Thanks, man.
Jahami.
Go see it.
So it's definitely a go see it. Don't wait.
Don't wait. Go see it.
I would recommend seeing it. I mean, you're going to enjoy it. The whole idea of it's the best MCU movie. No.
Nope.
Does it like hop into top 3?
No. But I would say top 10, top 5, maybe.
Definitely top 10. It's close to top 5, but maybe I'm just not a huge fan of Thor. I don't think. I've never liked the superhero, like when they just take a mythology like a god and just make him a superhero. That never really jived with me. And I don't hate Thor. Like after seeing Thor 1 and Avengers and stuff, I don't hate him, but it just wasn't, he as a hero just wasn't at the top of my list anyways.
He's always just like the Superman of the Marvel universe, where he's like a god and he's always good. And maybe that's skewed if once I see the second Thor movie, which I was told never to fucking see. No. But I feel like he's just like a goody two-shoes that just tries to do good instead of like having an actual character development struggle behind him. I don't know. Like his issue is he has a mean brother. Like, I'm fucking scared of this guy.
Well, Loki always finds a way to fuck him over. But I will have to say that I think Thor is literally he's the most separated from all the other Avengers.
Clearly, yeah.
Of where he's from and his powers, it just feels like he's so out there.
Right.
And it's like him trying to incorporate with Earth, it's very strange. Like, it's very bizarre. But like, I think with the Infinity War, I feel like he's going to feel like a part of everything because we're getting the Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange. I mean,
man.
Spider-Man. Dude, like, I think the reason why they held off the Infinity War trailer because he gives away spoilers from Thor. So that's why they held off until after Thor drops. And I guarantee you Infinity War will drop in front of Justice League. I bet. Because
trailer for it,
Marvel did this before. Before Batman v Superman dropped last year, they dropped the Civil War trailer with Spider-Man in it.
Yeah.
So they're going to drop Infinity War and place it in front of Justice League and go, okay, you can have Justice League, but we're dropping Infinity War.
Fuck yeah.
So right before they see the Justice League form, you're going to see 30 fucking MCU characters on screen together.
And that's like less than 2 weeks, yeah?
November 17th?
I would say. I bet you wait for an announcement the week Justice League drops. Announcement, Robert Downey Jr. is going to be on Jimmy Kimmel to drop the Infinity War trailer.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, losing my fucking mind.
I'm excited for that, man.
I'm truly excited for the Justice League. I'm excited for it mostly because Batman is like the leading character in it, and he's by far my favorite superhero.
I'm geeked too. Before we go to Justice League really quick though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before you hold your hands up, let's rank. We got to rank top 5 MCU.
Okay.
Let's do that. In no particular order. Doctor Strange.
No particular order. Just name the top 5.
Well,
movies.
for me, no particular order.
Okay.
Doctor Strange, Guardians 1, Avengers 1. And then I'm really torn between like Spider-Man and Civil War and... No, fuck it. Spider-Man, Civil War. There you go. I forgot how to count for a second.
Okay.
I'll go Doctor Strange, Avengers 1, the first Iron Man is one of my favorites. I wasn't a huge fan of the newest Spider-Man. I'll put it up there, but it was because it was really good. Oh, I'm not putting Thor up there because I haven't fucking seen it. So I'm gonna do my top 4. That's it.
5 would... Yeah, what?
Because we technically can't put Deadpool in it, right? Because that's Fox.
No.
I guarantee that I'm forgetting one and I'm going to be pissed. But go ahead.
5 would be Guardians 1. 4 would be Spider-Man Homecoming. 3 would be Captain America Winter Soldier. 2 is Civil War and 1 is Avengers.
No Doctor Strange?
I mean, it's in top 10, but I mean, It's like I wanted more. I felt like Doctor Strange. I mean, I don't know. It got weird, but I just felt like they could have done more with that movie.
I thought they pushed it pretty fucking far.
I thought they squeezed it. I don't know anything about the actual comic, but I thought they squeezed a hell of a lot of info into that one movie.
They did, but I mean, I just want to see. I don't want him fighting I forget the character, but him just like repeatedly dying over and over again.
Dormammu, I've come to
Dormammu.
Yeah, that I just feel like they could have done more with that instead of just repeatedly dying to get out of that loop. He's okay, fine.
He was coming to bargain though.
Yeah, I know, but it's like at a point I'm like, it's funny, but it's just like they could have done more. But that was weird because Dormammu was actually Benedict Cumberbatch played that, so he's like talking to himself.
Awesome.
He's talking to himself.
I did not know that.
Yeah. But I think Doctor Strange 2 is going to be a lot better, I think.
Right under my... Oh, there we go. Right under my top 5 would be Ant-Man. Like, I was kind of considering putting that up. Maybe number 5, because I like that a lot. Especially,
Ant-Man
I was like, for
great.
something that I had zero expectations for, or maybe negative expectations for. Like, great, this guy shrinks. This will be fun. And it ended up being one of my favorites. But, yeah, I'm good with mine. I'm sticking with my 5.
I thought I like the first Iron Man for whatever reason. It was like one of the first ones that like
It's
really
great.
started like taking off.
Yeah.
Like you all of a sudden were just like, wait, this could be like a larger universe of like what MCU has become. So
we didn't even
it was like
realize it
perfect.
back then.
What's that?
And we didn't even realize it back then because I
That's what
wasn't
I'm
huge
saying,
into it.
like-
I didn't know they were planning it, and then it like exploded from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was like what 12 terrible Hulk movies in between, not there, and
12, exactly 12.
that's what I thought.
The same year they put out The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton, and it was like,
Yeah. And that sucks that none of like the X-Men movies can fit in to the MC universe as well.
Yeah, that's really
like
unfortunate.
Logan is way up there for me, but I can't put it in there.
Yeah, same with Deadpool for me.
people say we want X-Men in the MCU. If we got X-Men in the MCU, we would see an X-Men movie every 3-4 years. They wouldn't have anywhere to put it. They can't keep putting out X-Men movies all the time. They got all these other movies to do. So like, keep it separate universes. But Fantastic Four should go back to Marvel because they are not getting that right.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, now that they seem to, like, with Logan especially, but I keep fucking saying this, I still need to go watch the 3 X-Men movies. Days of Future Past and whatever the fuck. I don't know if there's a name for those 3.
Apocalypse.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah. So I need to watch those 3. But now that they have seemed to got their shit together with Deadpool and with Logan, then, yeah, like you said, keep it separate. That's fine. It'd be cool to see them join up at some point, but I don't think that's going to happen. But yes, I've had this weird, like, love for the Fantastic Four for a while, and I would really like to see that happen correctly. So, hopefully. Give Chainsaw back to Marvel. Chainsaw, are you going to be in Avengers
Batman.
5?
Yeah, Batman.
Are they? So have we heard anything released news-wise about the Batman, the movie?
No.
Is Ben Affleck is no longer directing it?
No longer directing it. We have Matt Reeves, who directed the last 2 Planet of the Apes movies. Which, as we know, the second one that came out was like phenomenal. And people really enjoyed the last one that just came out. So, and obviously all the rumors if Ben Affleck's going to stay or not. I feel like, honestly, with the response of Justice League, because they can't say anything, but the critics who've already seen it are like begging for the embargo to get lifted so they could talk about the movie, but they just can't because Warner Bros. Is being very strict. I feel like if that movie gets positive responses and fans are praising the movie, I feel like Ben Affleck will stay and sign another contract to stay. But I feel like if he leaves, I'm like, I don't know.
Well, that's such like how many times they're going to redo Batman?
Well, this is the DCU. They want it all connected. That's why they didn't start the DCU sooner, because Nolan wanted to do his trilogy. Yeah. And Man of Steel came out the year after The Dark Knight Rises, but it was still they should not have waited until 3 years later to put out BVS. They should have put it out in 2015 like they planned.
I didn't realize that Man of Steel was that quickly. They were actually filming Man of Steel when The Dark Knight Rises dropped. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that fast.
Yeah, and then they announced Ben Affleck in 2014, and it's like they waited 2 years to put out BVS. And they put out the theatrical cut, which if they put out the 3-hour version, would have been longer, but it would have made $1 billion, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree with that 100%.
Yep.
Though for Wonder Woman, I'm surprised they don't cross into any other superheroes.
Only Bruce Wayne mentioned at the beginning with the picture, but they didn't show him. But yeah.
Oh, with her looking like it's like an email or some shit. Yeah.
Well, because in BVS he had that picture. He found the original and sent it to her. That was the only connection. But that's
true.
It was just her, which I think was brilliant.
I completely agree. I understand the standpoint behind it in the MCU. Like, I've got 1,000 characters. Let's put a couple into everything, and it'll just make it more exciting and more, more watchability. But I completely it's a Wonder Woman movie called Wonder Woman. Who's gonna fucking be in it? Only fucking Wonder Woman. It's not called Wonder Woman and Bruce Wayne. It's like let's calm it down. And I do like, because you were mentioning Chainsaw about the comedy in Thor, that it kind of was off-putting. Like, it makes sense and it was funny, but it's just like, but with all this plot and devastation or whatever was happening, it's just like, it's kind of from nowhere. You're just being funny to be funny. It's not even moving like the plot along. Mm-hmm. And that's why I like DC, where it's just like, fuck funniness. We'll have one person smile in the movie, and that's it. Just because they punched through a guy, and that's the only smile we're gonna see.
It's funny because the guy who's actually there getting interviewed for the movie, we don't even know how he's going to be in the movie. Henry Cavill's Superman, he's being interviewed right now in press junkets for Justice League, and they're like, "So what's the tone of this movie?" And I was like, "How can he answer that question when we don't know how much he's involved? We know he's in it, but then it's like he made a good point, which it makes sense because by the trailers, it's a very serious story they're covering. Steppenwolf is coming to invade Earth and turn into another apocalypse. Mm-hmm. And then he mentions how peppered throughout the film, which means from time to time, there are some humor moments, which I think will be the Flash and Aquaman. That's what the humor is going to come from. Yeah. Is them. And so I feel like that's okay. Because in BVS, we had Batman and Superman, who if you watch Ultimate Cut, we're slow. Like Batman hated him the whole time. Superman started hating him more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Woman's like, fuck this doomsday shit. I'm going to fight this thing. And it's like there was no humor. No, like they attempted it, but it just didn't work because it was such a dark movie. But I think with Justice League, if they just stick with serious tone, some peppered funniness, I think we have a good balance.
Well, yeah, and I think, but it makes sense too because Flash is so young, he can have that kind of innocent, like, have you seen Star Wars or some shit? And then
like
and
Spider-Man.
then Aquaman's a drunken asshole,
I can't wait to see him.
Yeah, I think Aquaman's gonna just make my day. And I've never even been like an Aquaman fan because of how he's been portrayed in the past. Just kind of a weird suit, tights. Like I like it's so awkward.
His armor looks amazing though.
Aquaman.
It looked.
Oh yeah.
I think what really I knew he was gonna be good, but the one thing that really made me go, okay, I'm gonna love this Aquaman is because when he's flying through the air and Cyborg catches him, right ain't over yet, and he goes, my man, and throws him, and then he just throws the spear, like the next thing he just throws that spear like across the damn thing and hits the Parademon. I'm like, okay, this guy's cool.
So sweet. So
yeah.
sweet.
I've always and I don't know enough about Aquaman to really like question or shit on him or anything like that. But I was always confused. Like he can just talk to like sea animals and move water. Like I was like so confused. Is he like an actual like god? Like Wonder Woman is? Is he like a Poseidon genius ass? Like I just don't know the background or the origin story.
I think Poseidon genius ass. I think that's pretty accurate.
That's his power.
Yeah.
Jackassery.
Oh my god.
Chainsaw, do you know the origin story of Aquaman or anything like that?
He's half human, half Atlantean, and he does have the ability to talk to fish, but he uses it mainly for like sharks and stuff if he really needs it. But he's able, as you see in the trailers, he's able to jump really high and able to use his spear, and he's able to actually fight on land. He's not like he's not stuck to water. Because he finds out later on in life that, by the way, your dad, who's a human, had relations with this Atlantean out of the ocean. Don't know how, because he worked at a lighthouse, and so that's how that happened. And he finds out, oh, I'm half Atlantean. Then he realizes he can breathe underwater, and that's how it kind of forms. I don't know, because I don't think they're going to cover the origin in Aquaman, the movie, next year, but I feel like they're going to cover some of the backstory in Aquaman. So they might change it a little bit, but yeah, Bruce Wayne even makes a joke in the trailers. I hear you can talk to fish, because it's like, yeah, because he can. Because he can. So he does. But they're going to make him badass. I think so. Khal Drogo is fucking Aquaman.
That's
so
awesome
cool
that he is.
I love him.
That's perfect casting.
Yeah, I love him so much.
And I've been really happy with all the suits and armor in the DC universe so far. Wonder Woman's shit looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Batman's fucking Superman crazy armor was awesome. And even Superman's suit, who I hate Superman, but it's still like sleek and like modern, and it makes sense.
The S logo, I love it. I don't know why. It's so cool. It's just cool. And then to imagine he might be in the black suit, it's a silver S. I'm like,
oh, okay.
Oh, I was all excited about that.
I'm still scared. I'm scared for Cyborg. I'm scared for him.
That's the question mark everyone's having. It's like, I don't know. He still looks too CG. I'm like, well, what do you expect? He's Cyborg.
Yeah. He kind of looks like a machine. He is a machine. All right.
He's more machine than human.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So we're going to see Darth Vader on film, on screen in the DC.
Yeah, at a point, he'll be all machine. It's be James Earl Jones voicing Cyborg.
Yep.
Hey, everybody, it's Darth Cyclops.
I know nothing about a lot of the stuff in DC. Classic. I know nothing about so much in DC that I have. It's maybe like an Ant-Man situation where like I love BVS. I'm excited to see Justice League, but I know nothing about Cyborg. I know nothing about Flash. I know nothing about Aquaman. So the barrier to entry is low, even though I've been kind of iffy on DC in the past. I think I'm really excited for the movie, and they have a lot of room to impress me.
You know nothing, Rogue Squadron Podcast.
I know nothing.
Yes.
Only
Handful
about
of sneakers. Handful of sneakers mentioned. He said, I'm kind of worried Aquaman is going to be that like frat bro just chugging Jack and throwing spears and shouting at everything.
He probably will be at the beginning, I'm guessing, but I feel like he's going to realize the threat, because he's probably going to be like to Bruce Wayne, no, I'm not going to join your team, because I think this is before like Steppenwolf shows up. Like he's just getting the team. He wants the team together just in case. Guys, I've had a vision. There's parademons. Shit's going to get real. Guys, okay. And it's like, no. And then he realizes, oh, there's an invasion going on and they're going to terraform the Earth into apocalypse. That's going to affect us too. So, hey guys, I got my armor.
He's just going to go hang out with the Gungans because they have a hidden city.
Yeah.
Tis a hidden city.
There you go.
Oh, man.
You might be saying that.
Yeah, I'm truly excited. That's the next thing we've got coming out.
Yeah.
We just had Thor release this past weekend, and we're looking forward November 17th for it.
So a week from Thursday. Yeah.
Yep. Got my tickets ready.
We haven't yet.
Punisher the next day.
Oh yeah, on Netflix. Yeah.
Well, they were going to release
Punisher.
They were going to release Punisher during New York Comic Con as a surprise, but then when the Vegas shooting,
that makes sense.
They put that away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Netflix is going through some really tough shit right now. Jesus Christ.
I heard they were like taking off all the Star Wars shit, and just today I saw Rogue One was still on Netflix.
Well,
they're not taking it off yet.
They took off. They're going to take off Rogue One before they launch the Disney streaming service.
Yeah,
and put it on there.
Yeah, and hopefully all the other Star Wars movies together. So.
Yeah,
that's where I think they're going to do a Star Wars live action shows on the Disney streaming service.
They fucking better. I swear to God, when Rebels is over, if they don't do something fucking for us, people that aren't 12.
I think they're working on another animated series right now. They just haven't announced it yet.
I don't need another children's show,
dude.
I want a live action.
I'm not saying it's going to be. I'm just saying I've been hearing that it's another animated show and it's taking place in between 6 and 7. But I don't know the context. I don't know if it's for Disney XD. It could be for the Disney streaming show, which means they could make it more adult.
I hope so. I'm sorry. I know I sound like a fucking salty ass, but I need Dave Filoni out of Star Wars, please. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm just over it. We need something. I think what Last Jedi is going to give us is something that we as fans of the dark side and fans of KOTOR have been waiting for since 2003. And if it goes over well, I think it's a proof of concept that they can go a little bit darker and they don't have to wait for, the end of Revenge of the Sith or moments like The Last Jedi to push it to that next limit. And they can give us that in a series like this. Because in between the movies that we have, no Siri, I didn't fucking tell you to talk to me. Thank you. Seriously. In between the movies, major content, all we have is Rebels. And I don't want to say all because I know there's novels. But if you think about Star Wars being mainly the visual element, the main thing that happens between the movies is Rebels, the cartoon show. And that's all we have. Like live action or something. I'm fucking salty about it. All right, done.
So how do you feel about Rebels?
Oh, it's my favorite show. It's my favorite show. I love it.
I watch it daily.
Well,
I love it.
I'm not caught up on the show, but I know they cover some pretty intense shit, but it's obviously tailored to kids.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to do another animated show, make it a little bit more adult friendly for adults to enjoy it more. And honestly, if they do a live action show, Old Republic.
Oh yeah.
Because they might do an Old Republic movie, but it won't be soon. It's going to be way off. I would think.
So too. Yeah, I think so too.
I think they would do like an episode 10 before they would ever even do an Old Republic.
Probably.
That's true. But if they get an Old Republic TV show off the ground and it's very successful, they might attempt to do an Old Republic movie that's based in the timeline, but it involves different characters that they may have mentioned on the show. You know what I mean?
Well, just look at Guardians. Like you may say, I don't know what in terms of box office or whatever, in terms of how successful it is compared to all the other Marvel movies, but you couldn't launch the MCU with something like Guardians of the Galaxy. No, it's not going to work because of
the two movies are like part of the top MCU grossing movies.
That's what I figured. But you can't launch with that. Like it's too out there to start off with, and that's kind of how I feel like the Old Republic is. Like they need to get a solid foundation with Disney running the show. Obviously, 7 went over well. I think 8's going to go over even better. And once they're a little more solid after Episode 9, and they have a new saga trilogy done, they can go back and do some more kind of off the wall, outlandish shit.
The argument could be made that Rogue One might have made it easier, but at the same time, it was set in a very familiar timeline.
Exactly.
That it was okay. We're because even Kathy Kennedy admitted that was our test to see if this would work, and it made over $1 billion. So clearly it works. But I think what they need to do is they need to make more references to Old Republic stuff and confirm it's canon, and make some references to things, and then. Oh, by the way, guys, you know, you've been hearing about these characters from thousands of years ago who've built the Jedi, built the Sith. Now we're making a movie about it, or now we're making a TV show about it. Okay, and it's oh, okay. So now you can learn more about this new canon version of the Old Republic. But
right.
I don't think they're not going to outright just announce a movie. I think they're going to slowly build it in the novels, maybe references in the movies, which I think that would make sense.
Yeah,
because at some point, Rey might, if Rey's still good, because the rumor she's going to go evil. But if she wants to learn more about the Jedi way, if she wants to continue the Jedi way, then she can learn about how it was formed and how the Sith was formed and there you go.
Yeah, I'm cool with her going dark. I'm not opposed to that.
I hear you. More people are for that than against it at this point, I think.
It's more interesting than her just doing the good thing for no reason.
Luke trains her, she betrays him like Kylo did, and then Luke has to end up fighting Rey in 9.
So they the TV spot, the scene where Luke's on the ground in the rain and Rey brings the lightsaber up. I've seen that's a reversed shot. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
At the end. So that's actually reversed. So she's lowering it. But it looks to me with the rain and everything like that's the same exact scene. Where Luke's on the ground and says, "This is not going to go the way you think." So
it's probably a fight. They probably had a fight.
She got pissed.
They had a fight.
Hey,
she probably knocked him on the ground.
Fuck, man.
And then he's like, "That's not going to end the way you think," because maybe she's mad at him because he doesn't want to train her anymore. They get into an argument. They pull out their sabers. They fight a little bit, and she's more powerful than him. Maybe knocks him down.
Yeah.
And that's what this is not going to, because maybe she wants to go fight Snoke. She wants to go fight him now, and he's like, "This is not going to end the way you think. He's going to kill you." And that moment where he's shaking her, because that's him in the background in the gold cloak. He's violently shaking her. I'm like, Rey's not going to die, but who's going to stop that? I think it's Luke.
That was terrifying, dude.
I know. I think Snoke's going to torture her. I think Snoke will torture her.
There's a lot of shit.
I'm definitely going to have to come back on after the movie because it's going to be.
There's a lot of stuff that we need answered from 7. There's a lot of stuff with Luke's backstory, a lot of stuff with who Rey is, her origins, a lot of stuff with the Jedi ending, and now we're in this weird flux between dark and light. Who's Snoke? There's just so much stuff that's going to come. I mean, it's not even the end of the saga, but it's a lot of stuff is going to come to a head in episode 8, I think.
Do you guys think 8 will outsell 7?
Probably not.
I was going to say, I mean, I don't even see how that's feasible. Because all the people that saw 7, let's just call it 10% hated it. Now 90% of only 90% of the people are going to go see 8.
No, those fucks are still going to go see it.
No one's going to go see Star Wars Episode 8 for that being their first Star Wars movie.
If 8 is as good as the trailers imply, I think opening weekend it won't beat the record like Force Awakens did.
No.
But I feel like it's easily going to break $1 billion, no question. And I think it could rival overall passing the film box office if it's as good as the trailers are implying it. Because like you said, if it answers questions from 7, but it also raises more questions for 9 to answer, then people are going to keep going back and they're going to rewatch Force Awakens. They're going to go back and watch Last Jedi, Force Awakens again, Last Jedi. They're going to keep going back because they're trying to. It's all those Star Wars fans on Twitter trying to predict shit. They're going to keep going back and rewatch the movie. Well, did you see this one shot here? And it's they don't notice it until the 6th viewing. It's it's one of those things.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be impossible to top Star Wars coming back after 10 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're not going to beat that. But long term, maybe. I could see it. I think it's going to be the best Star Wars movie. I think it's going to be my favorite. And
people
I'm really excited.
Going to not only rank movies now, they're going to start ranking sagas.
Mm-hmm. I
like new trilogy, old trilogy, then prequels. No, man, you're fucking nuts.
That's exactly what's going to happen. Once 9 hits and 9's out, this be well, which one's your favorite trilogy, man?
Mm-hmm.
Prequel, sequel?
I think that makes more sense. Fucking
what the fuck, man?
Come on, dude. Star Wars fan if you don't appreciate all of them. Like,
yeah. I think that
That's
makes
true.
more sense though, because each saga has completely their own feel.
True.
And I think they can stand alone. Like if you walked in and the only thing you saw was a prequels, I completely understand that you could enjoy Star Wars as a prequels universe.
Yeah.
But in 1977, all you had was, space worms attacking the greatest Jedi of all time, roasting over an Ewok fire. Fuck. But I like that better. Because it was all real fake space worms. They actually made it. It wasn't CGI bullshit. So.
Yeah.
Oh, pissed.
No, I'm excited because guys, we're getting content. That's the key.
Fuck yeah.
Whether you like it or not, it's been a decade since we've gotten anything official. Well, what was it? 05 to 15. Yeah, so it was a whole decade of nothing.
Yeah.
Other than like small cartoons. So even if you dislike the movies that have been coming out, you have movies to dislike.
That is true.
So
or maybe you should just rethink your
You can't
life
just
and
hate everything.
You can. Some people do. It's fun.
You know what? Now that you say that, I don't like discussing shit with you anymore.
I'm pissed about it. I'm pissed about it.
So yeah, we're all very, very excited for episode 8. I think it's going to be the darkest. I think it's going to be the best. The best. I'm saying it right now. I think it's going to be the best Star Wars film.
Around.
Best.
Nothing ever gonna bring it down.
Ever.
Around. Nothing ever gonna bring it down.
If you guys want to pick up my new EP, it's head on over to
on my SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
We need to make one of those old fucking infomercials where they would promote someone's album that nobody ever cared about, like a QVC, but it was for an album release with Chainsaw singing classic.
Oh yeah.
Fucking 80s and 90s shit.
Oh Jesus.
So I say it's time to rank Star Wars movies because Chainsaw. Wait, no, we saw you after Rogue One, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
I ranked it. Yep.
Okay, so disregard that unless you want to again.
Regard. I don't think my list has really changed that much.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm not one of those people. Oh, the Force Awakens sucks now. It's stupid. No.
I've changed my mind. I hate it. It's terrible.
Oh.
I liked it the first 8 times. That 9th time, had enough.
Not good.
New list is 2, 1, 3. No, I can't do it.
So the most recent, one of the most recent videos that I watched on your channel was a awesome little challenge that you did with the Metallica songs. That you had 10 minutes that you had to plug in all of the songs. It just gave you
20 minutes. It's 50 songs. Yeah.
I no joke. As soon as I saw you do that, I paused it. I did it myself. It was atrocious. I couldn't I know them all, but when you're under that pressure, I just kept staring at it. I'm like, what the fuck is it called? Like, what's before and after Seek and Destroy? I just stared at it. I was like, I know it.
Oh, you mean where I named all the songs, just typing them all out, title wise?
Yeah, the track names.
That one, oh my God. I actually attempted it after, I did it for the video, and then I attempted a couple days later after that, and I'm like, this is so much easier because the camera wasn't on me.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a pressure, but it was difficult. And I came across, my gosh, really exciting. And I came across another one recently where it was 20 minutes and it was a YouTube video attached where it plays 7 seconds of a song and then it moves on. But it's only a 6-minute long video. You have 20 minutes to guess 50 tracks. And people were like, oh, you're cheating because you paused the video after 7 seconds. Because it's going to play the next track and it's going to continue and I can't keep up. So they gave me 20 minutes. I can pause and think up what the song title is. I only have 7 seconds. I have to run the rest of the song in my head to get to where, oh, okay, it's this song.
Right.
It's challenging. It really is. But
I always enjoy those, and it makes me feel stupid because I'm the biggest Star Wars Metallica fan, just like everybody. I'm the biggest Jesus. I'm the biggest Star Wars, Jesus. I'm the biggest Jesus
I
ever.
get it. Yeah.
But I felt really dumb. I kept going through it. I'm like, I've listened to this album and song so many fucking times, and I just stared. I was like, I can't do it right now.
I was so annoyed because I missed some songs. Like, you mother stupid.
Oh yeah, yeah,
so
yeah. I stared. I couldn't think of Dyer's Eve. That's my favorite album from
them.
And Justice for All is my favorite album, and I just stared at it. I was like, I can't handle this right now. So, I went and took a cold shower and rethought my life. And it didn't get better, just to let you know. So I do want to ask you, since you've already ranked your Star Wars, since the most recent movie, Rogue One, came out, what's your top, let's just do top 5 Metallica albums.
Okay.
Top three.
Top 5.
Okay, fuck.
Okay, top 5.
5 feels kind of easy to do.
Honestly, I mean, it's going to be the first 5 records, but what order? 5's the Black Album. 4 is Kill 'Em All. 3 is Ride. 2 is Justice, and 1 is Master.
Mine's the exact same thing, just switch Master and Justice.
Well, like the Justice for All was my first album I bought from them.
You know, I might, and Justice for. Actually, you know what? I was like a Metallica fan, but I had not gone out and bought an album. And Commander actually bought me And Justice for All for like a birthday present when I was like 9.5.
Bromance.
9.5.
Something like that. My birthday present for 9.5.
Bromance in this bitch.
But
like when Matt McLean said, "My 6-month-year-old brother."
Yeah, hammered.
Classic.
My 6-month-year-old. So, but the other thing I was going to say is I might actually put Kill 'Em All at 5, and I would move up Black Album. I enjoy Black Album a little more, so I'd probably say And Justice Master. And Justice Master, Black, Ride, Kill 'Em. That's probably it.
For a second, I thought about Hardwired, but I'm like, nah, I'm not ready. The album.
I was so happily. I'm still so happy with that album.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Hardwired's really solid, and it sucks that the title track is probably the worst one on the album.
Yeah,
for me. I
agree.
But the rest of the album is so solid. I enjoy it thoroughly. And the music videos on YouTube are so cool.
Yeah.
They're so cool. Here Comes
the
Revenge
Lemmy
is
one,
fucking awesome. And Halo on Fire is a super interesting one too. Oh yeah, I get that one.
I wish Spit Out the Bone had the band playing throughout the song, but it's okay. They finally played it live, so it doesn't matter. So
yeah. You actually, have you reviewed that Spit Out the Bone live yet?
Oh, the day it came out,
yeah. I haven't
my mind.
I haven't heard it live yet. I'm excited to.
It's good. Of course, Lars does not do the double bass live, but besides that, it's great. So
okay. That was like their first super heavy breakdown. Like, you think Metallica's a heavy metal band, but they really did like a fucking breakdown in it. And I was so surprised because you figure 30 years into a band, they're not going to do anything that different, and they just fucking took your cockles and threw them in a trash can and lit it on fire, and then like, don't tell me what Metallica's going to do or don't. Don't tell me. So, yeah, I thoroughly am still excited or enjoying it.
I just killed a ladybug. Oh,
don't kill. They're so peaceful.
No, fuck them. Get out of my house.
Well, we were talking about Metallica. You can't be pissed if you were fucking smashing bugs.
That's what I just did off camera. I grabbed a goddamn water bottle, went to town with that sucker. Come here, boy.
I went to town with that sucker.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that a weird saying? Like, that means to, like, you went off on somebody, but yeah, I went to town with it. Where'd you go? Oh, Philadelphia. We had a good time. It was pretty fun.
Just bring somebody into town with you.
Yeah.
Fucking
holy shit! The thing's still alive. What the fuck?
It's a demigorgon.
Is it like a tick where you can smash it and they won't fucking die?
Walking Dead. Walking ladybug.
Zombie ladybug.
Lady dead. What is happening?
Die, you fuck!
I think the ladybug went to town on Chainsaw.
It's dead now.
There we go.
There's no way.
Classic.
Piece of shit. Get out of my house.
All right. Well, we know Chainsaw how he reacts to ladybugs now. So we don't have to do a YouTube video on that one.
Yeah, let's take that clip and just put it up on your channel.
Of just him screaming in that. Awesome.
Fuck.
So, Commander, you are playing what right now?
Oh, I need to tell you my Metallica albums.
Oh, do that real quick.
I know what they are. It's hard to put them in order.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it the whole time that you guys were talking, and I still can't do it.
Because you're going to try to squeeze Load up there just to be different. But
Load's
you
in
can't.
the 5.
That's
But I
good.
don't know what order. So Load's probably 5. I think 1 is either... I can't pick, man. And like Star Wars, it changes. Next time you ask me, I'm going to change it up. Fuck.
So
All right.
I'm assuming like Kill 'Em All's not in your top 5 then.
It's either... I'm dropping either Kill 'Em All or Ride the Lightning.
Oh, you can't drop Ride.
I know.
I know Fade to
Can't
Black
drop
is.
Ride.
Come on now.
Call
Wait.
it Cthulhu.
All right, here's what I'm saying. It's done. Justice, Black Album, Puppets, Ride the Lightning, and Load.
Okay.
Just for the sake of moving the fuck on.
And to be honest, I know I listen to Load a lot more than I listen to Kill 'Em All. So I'm kind of on that border too.
When I first heard
decision.
Load and Reload, it sounded like a different band at first, which was interesting.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a big change, man. The Black Album was like the peak of their, I don't even want to say like skill, but that's like one of the best produced, best sounding albums by the best band of all time. Like it was the peak of where the fuck they were. And then after that Madness tour that they went on and James' vocals just shredded, they literally did kind of sound like a different band because everything changed after that.
Yeah,
It's a
they
big
cut
shift.
their hair and their voices got real high pitched, and Lars lost an arm in that tour.
I am flabbergasted right now.
Why?
That ladybug is still not fucking dead. Are you shitting me? I'm fucking watching it slowly move on the floor. You fuck. You just want to die, don't you?
It's a sign. You need to leave it be.
Yeah, maybe in Joytown. Maybe you want to take it to the rural parts.
Take it to the farm.
Take it to the park. To the park. Fucking park, you piece of shit.
That's funny. Oh man,
Dark
so what
Side
else?
Ladybug.
So what's this V for Vendetta?
Yeah,
Well,
let's just talk about it for a second. I don't even know if
Yeah.
have you ever seen that shit?
I saw it once and I was very confused, to be honest. And
Saw Chain. Have you seen V for Vendetta?
No.
No?
Took me a little bit to answer that. I'm like, saw chain, huh? I've been called so many different things. Someone called me the chainsaw last night in my stream. I'm like,
the chainsaw.
okay.
You are the chainsaw.
But I have not seen it. I've heard mixed things about it.
Oh, okay. Wow. I thought I don't know. I thought it would be a more popular thing. Everybody wants to watch it on November 5th. Anyway, so the whole thing is about this plot, treason, sinister conspiracy thing that happened way back in the day in England on November 5th. Gunpowder Treason and Plot with Guy Fawkes. And the whole movie is like this dystopian future England where it's like kind of like 1984 style, pretty much. And dude you guys have all seen The Mask, like the anonymous people are wearing the Guy Fawkes masks. So he's going around, he's killing politicians, he's planning to like blow up Parliament and just end this crazy fascist regime that took over control of England and uncover this plot of how they got into power in the first place. So, and the whole thing is like he has this rhyme about remember the 5th of November, about when this whole thing started back with Guy Fawkes. So a lot of people every year on November 5th watch it. I missed last year, but I've watched it almost every year, I think, since like 2008 or 2009 or something like that. But I highly recommend it. If anybody's never seen it for some reason, it was before I misspeak and sound like a buffoon, let me look this up on who directed it.
You've never sounded like one of those before.
It's pretty much constant. It's pretty much 24/7 on this goddamn show. V4.
I don't want to interrupt, but
Go ahead.
Jason Momoa, who plays Aquaman, obviously,
Mhm.
posted a photo of him, Emilia Clarke, Khaleesi, and Gal Gadot together. It's pretty cool.
Oh shit.
It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
On Instagram, like, that's cool. Come on, Game of Thrones, Justice League, yeah. And she dyed her hair. She dyed her hair blonde like Khaleesi. Like it's not a wig anymore. She's gonna do the full blonde for the final season.
Oh, that's
Hell
fucking
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so when she dies, it won't be a wig. No, I'm kidding. She won't die. They can't kill Khaleesi. Come on now.
I think her own dragon's gonna eat her.
Oh, Drogon, you fucking prick.
So V for Vendetta is the Wachowski crew who did The
Yes.
Matrix and everything. So it's fucking awesome. And Padme's in it, and Hugo Weaving, who is Elrond, and somebody else popular, big and famous that I can't fucking remember off the top of my head. I don't know. But yeah, I recommend it. It's fucking sweet. Go watch it. I'm going to watch it tonight after this since I missed it 2 years in a row. But yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Everything's done. We're done.
It's all done.
Bye.
Everything's over.
Do you want to give a quick Commander what you're playing right now? Because you mentioned
I've been balls
Egyptian.
deep in Assassin's Creed Origins, but let's wait until next episode for that shit. Because I got a lot to talk about, and then also I've been catching up on Stranger Things.
So how are you liking it so far?
I fucking love it.
Yeah,
Such a good show.
for the past year, we've been yelling at you
I
to
know.
watch it.
I know. You know how many fucking shows are out there and movies and Star Wars things?
There's only Rebels and Stranger Things. Why did it take so long?
I've seen Rebels, countless times. I love it so much. It's so good.
I don't react to Netflix shows, but I made an exception for the Stranger Things season 2 finale.
So are you done with it?
Almost. I'm episode 5 or 6 of season 2.
Okay. Chainsaw,
So
are
I'm
you done
close.
with
Oh, I'm done. The finale was awesome.
So, and I'm sure you'll know, and Commander, you might if it's that one. There's one episode in the second season that's just like way out there.
Yeah, he hasn't got to it yet.
And
I don't think I've gotten there yet,
I
no.
was just like,
He hasn't got to it yet.
why?
That was my question too, but he'll say the same thing once he sees it. He'll be
Yeah, you'll know which one. And they could literally take that episode out of the whole thing and it would all still make sense.
Great.
Or what they should have done is peppered in the other story in that, so it wasn't a complete. But
Yeah, it'll get there.
people are thinking it's a setup for paying off in season 3, but I think it's like it could have handled it better.
Yeah, I agree. But we'll leave that to Commander once he gets there. It was just like the whole thing was so perfect, and then they just threw that in. I was like,
Yeah.
the whole episode. I was like,
Any moment you're waiting for it to pan back to what just happened.
yeah,
They're not cutting back.
yeah.
Well, now I'm going to be looking out
exactly.
for that shit the whole time.
It'll be glaring. It'll be glaring. You'll
But
know.
Yeah, trust me, you'll
have
know
that-
immediately.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll have that finished by next episode, and then we can do a full in-depth shit about Stranger Things and Assassin's Creed and recap Thor after you see Thor.
Oh yeah. All right, guys.
Oh, and Battlefront. If anybody has EA Access, which is like the $5 a month special EA thing or whatever, I think it's called Origins Access on PC. If you have EA Access, Battlefront actually comes out on Thursday early, and I think people can play it for like 2 hours a day up until the official release or something like that. So if you
Why would they
don't,
limit
It comes out the same day as Punisher and Justice League officially. It's crazy. It's like
it's a lot of shit at once.
Marvel, DC, Star Wars. You're good to go.
Yep. So if you want to like dive in and play for a few hours a day early and get EA Access, it'll come out actually on Thursday. So looking forward to that. And then I think we're going to be balls deep in Battlefront 2 and Last Jedi for a long time.
Well, I'll definitely be streaming Battlefront 2.
For sure. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. Sweet.
Awesome. Episode 123. We want to definitely give a shout out to Chainsaw for joining us tonight.
Yay.
Classic.
He's never going to come back on because he hates the show forever.
That's been said ever since I came on the first time. He'll never come back on. 5 minutes later, hey man, you want to get back on?
Well, now you're not
Fine.
invited back on, Chainsaw.
Outrageous.
You have
I'll
to
be
bring,
on
you have to
next
bring the
year.
ladybug with you.
I'll be on next year in March going, guys, remember Last Jedi? Yeah, back in December. Like, well, it's not my fault that you guys take forever to get fucking guests on. Jesus.
Hey, man, Mopar Mood. We had to settle in.
Yeah.
Pissed.
Good. Head on over. Chainsaw Reacts on YouTube. You guys know what it is.
It's crushing it.
I just wanted to let everybody know. Episode 123 coming to a close. We appreciate everything. Biscuits and gravy. I would just go out there and try them. Fuck them. It's actually, I'm still kind of nibbling on them. It's weird, but they don't taste bad. So, Commander, what do you got?
Don't ever do it.
Even if it's a fresh one, don't fucking try it.
Just don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, and there's a small backstory to that, and I'm not actually sure you were there, but we went to a house party and we ran out of beer and went on a beer run. But who ended up going on a beer run was the 3 girls, and they ended up getting 24 Leinenkugel Summer Shandies, which is about the most sugary beer. And we were playing drinking games with them, and it was the worst. Everybody was so hungover the next day that the rest of the Leinenkugel line, it just makes me cringe when I see the Leinenkugel name. So, and it's not even their fault. They might even have decent beers, but I'll never try. I'll never try them again because it hurts my loins just thinking about it.
Well, this is the one that's like carefully brewed by the family or something. Remember? Brewed with pride by the Leinenkugel family, and it launched the Recklessly Brewed by Strangers.
Recklessly, yes.
So, we have an homage to Leinenkugel, so.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's it.
Last but not least, Patreon page. Head on over. You guys know what it is. Last time. I'm going to say it.
Yep. Patreon for them. Yeah.
Do you have a patron or anything?
Nah, I don't make money.
Hell yeah.
I just do YouTube for fun. You know? YouTube for fun, you know? If you have a ladybug problem, get a water bottle, go to town and sucker.
Yeah.
You know, just saying.
Just start a chainsaw extermination business.
Yeah, they were like, what do you think we should do about our ladybug problem? You got a water bottle? Yeah. Go to town on that sucker.
Yeah. I really want to start making because we always have certain words or key things that we always say, piss and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely giving homage to go to town. Or I'm saying it from now on forever.
Go to town on that sucker.
Classic.
Like what are you eating? I'm having a meatball sandwich. Go to town on that fucking.
Go to town on that fucking shit.
Go to town on that shit, boy.
I want to do life hacks with chainsaw. Like, you have a bug problem? Grab fucking water bottles, bitch, and just start stabbing them.
Go to town on that sucker.
How many things can you go to town on?
Yeah.
I'm making a meme with a chainsaw extermination, and then it's just going to be Chainsaw's head. He's going to be like, "Go to town."
Matt McLean, make the meme. You're up, dude.
Go to town. ... on that sucker.
On that sucker. Do it. Yeah. All right, guys. We appreciate it. We are tuning out. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Bye. This sucks. Bye. Terrible. Bye.
It will forever suck.
Terrible podcast. Bye.
Turn it off. You should have never turned it on.
Unsubscribe and go fuck yourself.
Go to town. Go to town.
Oh, man. Sorry. So people that are watching, I think maybe this crazy ass storm is slowing the internet down. They said the video and the audio is lagging a little bit. So apologies for that.
You were lagging sometimes, but it quickly caught back up. So it wasn't like too bad on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of along those lines where it would like pause for a second and it would feed back in.
And as you know, the audio version will be on iTunes with no issues. So thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah.
PayPal.
Right. Everybody live with us still? We only got a few.
A few people are.
Few members.
You know, it'd be nice to see. I'll have to ask the Restream people. It'd be nice to see how many people are in here at a given time. But I can't.
Iron Cross Reviews was asking Chainsaw what Chainsaw thinks about album reviewing community.
Ignore that piece of garbage. Ignore him.
Is he trolling you?
I used to be an album reviewer, and the joke is, what do you think about the album reviewing community on YouTube? It's fucking dead. It's pointless. No one cares about people who review metal music anymore. It's dead. Bury it. That may be Superman quote.
Just like Kylo Ren. No, bury it.
It's dead. Bury it.
That's awesome.
This is mercy.
Pissed.
All right, guys. I have not seen Get Out yet. I have bought it and downloaded it.
Damn it! Yes,
and I have not seen it yet. I need to.
We said 3 episodes ago. Let's try to watch that before the next episode.
Did you know it's the highest rated horror film of all time?
Damn.
Of all time. Yeah.
It came out this year too. Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I hear it's amazing.
Yeah. So, all right, man. We appreciate it. You want to be on next week?
Thanks, bro.
Me? No. Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, we honestly, we love having guests on, and now that we kind of finally figured this remote system on,
I'm down for joining whenever. Just let me know. If Sunday's when you guys do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys like, hey, you want to be on the podcast? I'll be like, sure. Might as well do it now because see, the plan is August next year. My girlfriend's going to move in, so it's going to be harder for me to do other stuff besides my channel.
That's not true.
August next year. Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely not true. No, fuck her. Get out of here.
No. You just got to find that. You got to find that balance.
She watched the stream for like 5 minutes and said, okay, I'm going to go back to Netflix. I'm like, well, fuck you too then. Whatever.
My wife hasn't even seen Star Wars besides episode 7, so it's okay.
That's a disgrace.
And Rogue One.
It's okay. Force Papers coming soon. What?
We don't have to get into that. I was trying to analyze why she likes the Marvel movies so much, but doesn't want to watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
So fuck it.
All right, man. We'll definitely reach out. Let you